Stacy King, Chicago Bulls announcer, has an interesting take on who could possibly be the Bulls starting point guard. Y'all know we go talk about it, break it down, but you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and on this beautiful night, I am with my dog CDubb. How you doing, my guy?
What's the word, man? Go USA. Let's get it.
You already know. But hey, CDubb, we all know who Stacy King, great Chicago Bulls announcer, has his own podcast called Give Me the Hot Sauce. We got to show love to that podcast because he be over there cooking. But he had an interesting take on who could be the Bulls starting point guard. CDubb.
Hey,
Now
bro.
before we go ahead and give our thoughts on this, we're going to go ahead and play a clip for the people. CDubb, run it.
Yeah, I know y'all gonna be tripping off this, bro. But this is from a guy that watches the Bulls as close as anybody can watch them. Every day calling a game. Let's see what Stacy has to say.
Caruso in that trade with Oklahoma City, I say it's 90% likely he's going to be the starting point guard, but it's a question of how you build a rotation around him.
I tell you what, Mark, you heard it here first. If Lonzo Ball is healthy and he can play, it would not surprise me if he's your starter. If he can go out there, and unless their approach is to bring him along slowly, bring him off the bench early, let him get his acclimated playing because he hasn't played in 2 years. That's the only reason why I would see that scenario. But I also could see Giddey in a 3-guard rotation being, because Kobe's not the point. You might take Kobe out of there. Okay.
No, he'll
Kobe's going to be the 2-guard.
Yeah.
Kobe's going to be your 2-guard. The other 2 guys are the ones that are going to be where the minutes are going to come from. And you remember you got Io there too. But those 2, Giddey and Ball, the 2 guys that I think if Ball is healthy and his knee is healthy and he can get out there. And when I've seen on video, he's looking pretty damn good compared to where he was 2 years ago when he could barely walk. And they were concerned whether his career was ever going to get back on track. He's shooting the ball. He's moving. Now, we haven't seen everything. We haven't seen him go pick up 5-on-5 yet. We haven't seen that. But the early showings of what we've seen is very encouraging if you're a Bulls fan.
Ooh,
Hey, look.
Goodness.
Hey, look, man. Hey, look. That's Stacy King. I was laughing mostly. I was watching my nephew and his reactions because he's just steady shaking his head. I come away from this clip, nephew, and then I will answer after because you've been the biggest sneak dissing Lonzo critic ever.
That ain't true.
First, I got 2 questions. Answer this first one first. Do you agree with a great 3-time NBA champion, Chicago Bulls announcer, play-by-play, Stacy King?
I do not.
Why not?
I agree with his latter statement that the Bulls should go with an approach. Let's ease him on. Let's ease him on up. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he becomes the eventual starter later in the season because Josh Giddey just not panning out and you believe that's what's best for the team, I'm all for it. But I know we ain't seen him in 2 years. That's what I do know. I respect Stacy King. I'm going to tread lightly because I love Stacy King. And shout out to the Give Me the Hot Sauce for sure. I got to get me a bottle, no cap, just to see what it tastes like. No cap. But I'm going to disagree and go with the first one and go with the latter statement that he made that the Bulls should bring Lonzo Ball on slowly and make sure that if there is any chance of wanting to keep him around any longer, you bring him on for about 20 to 25 minutes per game and you allow the healthier guy, the guy that has similar attributes as Lonzo Ball, maybe not as crisp as Lonzo Ball on the defensive side, but some of the same similarities offensively. You can pick and choose, nitpick how you want because they definitely have their differences offensively. But I say you allow Josh Giddey to start.
I got a piggyback question off that before I get to my second question. What if Lonzo Ball is back to where he used to be? We just speaking maybe, because it's a possibility that can happen. Who's starting? It can be
Josh
quick answer.
Giddey.
This is the biggest. I swear to God. But anyway, you know my nephew standing 10 toes. He ain't budging.
I'm
Hey,
saying,
look,
Giddey. Look, I'm not. Lonzo is an excellent player when healthy. Excellent. The problem
yes.
is when he ain't played in 2 years, I can't expect him to come and just be the starter all over again. That's just me though. But Stacy King, he gotta. He made sense. You know what I'm saying? He made sense. Lonzo Ball, he been looking great in these clips. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
We
And I'll
still
just
got the unknown. Just real quick, we still have the unknowns of 5-on-5. We still have the unknowns of NBA talent, him going to the pace, everything, et cetera, et cetera. You know how.
Yeah. I'm just gonna answer it really quickly. There is no way in the world that I'm picking a perfectly healthy. No, that I'm picking Josh Giddey over a perfectly healthy, same as he was when he left Lonzo Ball. He's the better player because he's better defensively. And I'll end it that way. Now, my second question. Kobe White, do you think he in his point guard position? He kind of like shooed him off like that. I don't agree with that. I do not.
I'm with you on that. I think that's a touchy subject. I still believe that Kobe White has another level, but I believe that when the Bulls went out and got Josh Giddey, they look at him more as a 2. I believe Kobe White, like if you look at what happened this past season, you seen him try to operate, but you seen he was going on them streaks playing a lot of off ball.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? When he went on those streaks, he was playing a lot at the 2. And then you seen a lot of down the stretch at the second half of the season, Kobe White was deferring a little bit, trying to, and that to me, that was part of his development, trying to adjust to now teams are now game planning for him because we like, damn, Kobe White just hit 7 threes the other night. We can't let him do that to us. And you seen teams really hone in on, bro, you're not getting 5 threes against us. You ain't getting 3 threes against us. We ain't letting it, we not allowing it to happen because if he was on fire, that opened up a lot of things for the other Chicago Bulls player. But I do feel like with that move they gave when they went out and got Josh Giddey, the intentions was to push Kobe White to the 2. And I think the Bulls really hoped that Zach LaVine was going to be off the squad, but that ain't the case right now.
Yeah. And that's a you cooked right there, nephew. But I want to say this. I feel like this last season that passed, the offseason before this new season, they told Kobe White we're gonna try to transition you to a point guard. Now you're gonna change the path for Kobe White again. Although I agree he can play shooting guard. I mean he's 6'5", he can do everything you want a shooting guard to be able to do. But I think that he started to transition to point guard. I don't know what he would want to do. Of course, he would say, and to be politically correct, I just want to do whatever it takes for the team to win. But personally, he got to. What do you guys want me to bring to this team? Do you want me to be a point guard like y'all told me to do last year, or do you want me to be the shooting guard? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I do agree with you though, and what you said, nephew. Like. Giddey he coming for the 2, but in this essence, he's going to be a point 2. Is that a thing?
I guess. I mean, I understand it. It's just one of those things to where it's like, damn, Kobe White, he came into this league as a point guard, but it was more of like a scoring point guard type of thing, combo. A lot of people wanted to place him in that. And we do know that, you know what I'm saying, at least as far as it's staying with the experience, when you talk about Lonzo, when you talk about Giddey, you can probably, at least most people, in my opinion, will agree that those 2 guys operated with the ball in their hands more so than Kobe White throughout their careers, respectively. So, yeah, I think it's just a touchy subject, but I do hope that the Bulls figure it out because Kobe White worked his ass off, and I think that you reward a player like that who at one point Bulls fans wanted to trade him. Shit, I probably blurted it out too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
but Kobe
too.
White made me a believer all over again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like it really sucks that it had to come to this with the Zach LaVine saga. It had to come to this with the Chicago Bulls wanting, Kobe White to move to the 1 and possibly back to the 2 now. Or, so it's going to be interesting. That's what one thing that Stacy King said that was interesting to me. We don't know everything and how the rotation is going to work out. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see where the Bulls place Kobe White at, because he has to be on the floor. And I believe he has to be on the floor as a starter.
Oh, the Kobe White start. That'd be criminal if he don't start. Yeah, and overall as a Bulls team, a lot of people think it's like set in concrete. They think they know what's going to happen with this team as far as rotations, who's going to play, who's starting. I think none of those. We probably got a few. Kobe's going to start. We probably know that. Vooch is going to start. We probably know that. You know what I'm saying? But beyond that, that's probably the only couple things we know to begin the season. Like, you got to play Montes. I think that's pretty, like, everybody knows that. I think that's got to happen. Montes got to play. You got to play P. Will. You don't know if Montes going to start. You don't know if P. Will's going to start. A lot of things can happen. And I'm going to just throw Jalen Smith in there, too. He could start, too, just because I hate Vooch. But it's a lot of questions to be answered. And it's going to be interesting covering this team, nephew. We just wanted to bring you this. This Stacy King talking now. You just can't, you know.
Listen.
You listen, bro. And shout out to Stacy. You know what I'm saying? I think the greatest game caller in the game right now. And his basketball acumen is you can't argue it. You can't argue it, but we can disagree.
For sure. And I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can disagree. You don't got to agree with everybody take. And that's what we encourage on our show. If we say something, you don't agree with it, say it. Just don't be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? These guys have their own opinions on what's going to happen and whatnot, but just don't be disrespectful. And I think that's how you approach one of the greats like a Stacy King. You say, hey, Stacy King, I feel where you're coming from, but I'm going to disagree, gang. I'm going to disagree. And you know what I'm saying? You never know. One day he might be popping up on Shabu's podcast, and I'm gonna have to, hey Stacy, I don't know, big dog. I love you, big dog, but I don't know. I can't glaze him.
Oh, we don't do that. Ain't no glazing, bro. We don't do that over here.
I can't. If he say something I don't agree with, I'm gonna have to, just ask a few more questions. You ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying, to attack him or anything, but just to see where it's understanding that. And I think it is I ain't gonna lie, CDubb. In all, I think it's a valid point and it is a possibility, depending on what Billy Donovan wants to do. I do know this though. The guys that must start, the guy that must start,
Kobe.
Is Zach LaVine.
Oh,
he must start. Everything else after that, they got to figure that shit out.
Oh, yeah. You're right about that.
Trying to get Zach LaVine out the building, you ain't trying to say, hey, Zach LaVine, go bench, bro.
No. We got to talk about that on the video. Like, could the Bulls be ballsy enough to, like, bench him? Like, fuck that. You ain't playing.
That'll hurt them. And we already got, bro, don't bring me back on and turn me back onto the anonymous team source. That's the idiot.
Bro, is you dismissing what I just said, though?
I hear you.
Dude, they got the balls to sit Zach LaVine.
I think that'll be idiotic and stupid.
Okay, I do too, but nothing's out of the question right now, bro. Nothing. So that's all I'm saying. Hey, man, this has been a great video, man. Y'all stay tuned, man, because, man, that is an interesting question. What if Lonzo Ball get back to where he was, bro? Y'all see the videos?
We seen the videos.
You see the videos, nephew?
I need to see him in action.
That's fair.
I like what I seen, but I need to see him in action. All highlight clips are tailored to make him look good. People look good.
There was one on
We know he got game. Right. We know he got game, though. So I'm not going to take that shot at him. But I'm just saying, I guarantee if I pull up a Chandler Hutchison highlight clip, that bitch going to be busting. That mug gonna be busted.
All finger rolls.
Hey, Denzel Valentine highlight clip gonna contain all summer league.
Bro, he was the greatest summer league player that ever lived, bro. Ever lived.
At least one of them. For sure. But you got anything left, man?
Hey, man, we on our way to 6,700 subscribers. Y'all been showing great support. Remember, y'all the greatest in the world. Y'all keep supporting us. We keep pumping out this content. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you all, man. If y'all want to call in and leave your take on this for this weekend's mailbag episode, we got one voicemail. We looking for a couple more, so call in, leave your take on anything Chicago Bulls, including this topic that we talked about here tonight. Hit the like button, subscribe before you get up out of here. Thank y'all, Bulls Nation. Always see red, and of course, we're gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac gang.